Hello everybody, oh well. Today we're going to review one particular product that I'm thinking I mentioned. Multi-purpose knives. What is it of a multi-purpose knives? There's two major brands right now and I will tell you about it. Leatherman and Swiss Army. What is it about the Leatherman? Alright, it's very useful for doctors, it's very useful for mechanics or something like that. It has pliers and stuff, yeah. Leathermans are actually manufactured in the US. They might have some manufactured overseas, probably China, Japan, probably Korea. It might just, some Leathermans might just outperform some Swiss Army knives. And then you have Swiss Army knives. Swiss Army knives are made overseas. They're made in Switzerland, of course. Well, and I have one. This is a real Swiss Army knife. So what is very useful, it has pliers, tweezers. These are the tweezers, even though these are the tweezers. Toothpick. You can find them very useful, and this is just one of the basic models or something like that. Swiss Army was the first one. They come with the multi-purpose knife, multi-purpose utility tool. You know, this one had, the only thing is that you remember you buy your sister for your sewing set. Probably the one for the Swiss Army knife outperforms those cheesy scissors that comes in your sewing set, right? So this is very useful. Swiss Army, this is useful. Yeah, and then they have this kind of tool. If I just quote over my phone because my camera's still busted. This is to clean up, or yes, it's a useful tool. This is to clean up your nails sometimes. I don't know if this you could use as a screwdriver. You could, make your nails nice or something like that in this part. So this is very useful. Well, and one thing is the blade. This blade, sometimes I use it to open boxes and they open very good. Well, it rocks, it kicks ass. But sometimes you have these knockoffs of those two. Leathermans are made in the US, they might outperform these, some of them, but and they have knockoffs, cheesy knockoffs that don't perform as good as the originals. The originals, yeah, they're probably marketed by a Husky or they have Leatherman knockoffs. And then you have Swiss Army knockoffs. Now, yes, this has a cross, and is the real thing. It is the real thing. And the knockoffs you can sell in the dollar store. It don't have the cross. Yeah, they don't have the cross. Or else this is the replica ones, the fake ones. Only they have like an X or like a star in the circle, and it's not the original. But there are two companies, by the way, that make these knives. One is Victorinox, and the other one is Wenger. Wenger, in the other side, did made Swiss Army knives, but now Victorinox bought Wenger, and Wenger only makes, you know, cutting tool, I mean, kitchen knives and backpacks and watches, and that's Wenger. But Victorinox still makes the Swiss Army knives, like this one. This is Victorinox Swiss Army. It says, I don't know, put the picture in there. Victorinox. This is a Victorinox. It says Victorinox Swiss-made stainless steel. You're sure you're buying the real thing. Probably knockoffs out there. Not even Korea could make this. If Korea duplicate this kind of knife, it will be the same quality as the Chinese knockoffs. Poorly made quality. Garbage. If it's, even if they make it by Dorco, if they have a Dorco that looks like this, then it'll have the same quality as the cheap Chinese knockoffs. You know, poorly made, not that strong, you know, and that's what the best they could do. Not even this. They cannot outperform that or make it better. Even though if these are made by a Japanese company, on the other hand, they'll make it better. They're the only ones that make it better, and Korea doesn't. Why? Because they're more dedicated to making, you know, samurai swords and stuff, and making these cutlery, just like the Swiss could make this. I think will be the only one that could make it exactly like this, like the Swiss made ones, and is the only one that could do it. Korea, on the other hand, if they make this kind, they could make it weak metal. You could break it apart, and then even though if it's Daewoo multi-utility or Hyundai multi-utility knives or whatever, it performs exactly like those. Still at like the price of the original, but you get less performance. It definitely perform like those Chinese knockoffs, but for a higher price, you know, and it's better off to get the original. Victorinox on the other hand, Leatherman on the other hand, if they have a Japanese duplicate of the Leatherman, it could outperform it. Sure, it could be good as this, but outperform it. You know, there's only weak side in the others in those knives. The weak side on this one of these is the wrench area. The wrench area on the Swiss Army suck. While in the Leatherman, it is very useful. It is stronger and more rigged. You know, I think that's what it is. You know, both of these knives are good. You know, Leathermans are made in the US mostly, and Swiss Army are made overseas. Both choices are good, but let me tell you why. Don't buy the Chinese knockoffs. If you buy the Chinese knockoffs, it's like worse. Have a worse blade. I tried those scissors on a Swiss Army knockoff, on a wannabe Swiss Army. It did not cut the same. It did not cut the same as this one. Even if Dorco from Korea or some other Korean company could make something like this, it will not cut the same as this one. It will cut the same as the Chinese duplicates. In other words, they're gonna suck. If it's made in Japan, it will cut the same as this one, as the original. Well, that's all I will say with the multi-purpose knives. And then, you know, you could get Leatherman if you're a Leatherman person. Yeah, if you have a better wrench, get a Leatherman. If you want, you know, like, don't care about the wrench. Sometimes they come with corkscrews. Get a Swiss Army. So, Goodbye and peace out.